Don't be scared of the change. Scared to be the new kid.
I have been listening to Motionless in White since I was in middle school, and I'm 27 years old now, so I have been listening to them for literally over a decade. I recently saw them at Rockville, and it reignited my passion for their music, so I am so excited to react to their album Decades for the first time. But I will be skipping the songs Playing God, R.I.P., and Afraid of the Dark. The first two I already have reactions for, and Afraid of the Dark I have heard. So let's go ahead and get into Motionless in White, Decades for the first time, y'all. Oh my gosh, it is like Chris is being a monster right now, so I'm kind of understanding the whole cover of this album, because if you are fighting for your life, you are trying to hang on and overcome every single thing that is starting. I mean, he literally said he used the items that people threw at him to create his legacy. And I also loved in the beginning, it was either a synthesizer or a guitar of some sort, but it was sounding kind of like a siren. Like things are literally getting unhinged and it's warning everyone.
To find a new day, to find the decade. Try fast, this is your last chance to fight back, earn your legacy. To find a new day, stand fast, this is your moment to outlast, own your history. To find a decade. Oh! Yeah! Motherfucker! Into weapons, shape a lifetime, every second. Spread. Truth over spite, faith over doubt, mind over matter, and grace over clout, heart over.
Can we talk about for a second how if you've never heard Motionless in White before, and this was the first song you were introduced to, if you didn't have the lyrics pulled up in front of you, it would sound so insane. But you're like, wait a minute, this guy's actually being really positive. This song is really heavy, but it is beyond positive.
Mind over matter and grace over cloud, heart over pride, tact over rage, strength in conviction and honor and pain. So be not afraid to find a new day, to find a decade. Try fast, this is your last chance to fight back, earn your legacy. To find a new day, stand fast, this is your moment to outlast, own your history. To find a decade. Forge your fears into weapons, shape a lifetime out of seconds. Turn the years into lessons, shape a lifetime every second. So dry your eyes, cause there won't be a funeral. Unified by a bond, unconditional. No grave, no bones. Still here, count the years, fuck a tombstone. Move! So try your
I love that little breakdown right there, it reminded me of Afraid of the Dark. And that buildup reminds me of the rage that you feel when you're trying to find who you are and you're trying to organize your past. And you're at this point where you finally have the power back. It's like you're charging up and you are taking charge of your life. And I just love how Motionless in White is illustrating that through their instrumentals, the strength coming back to you.
So dry your eyes, it will not be a funeral. Time by time I survived, I am eternal. And if you never try, then you'll never know. Still here, no fear, fuck a tombstone.
I love when Chris is screaming so loud, you can literally hear the strains on his voice because you know he's giving it his all, just like the message in the song. Not many artists last more than, a few years with popularity. They're no longer some small Warped Tour band. They are literally doing shows that are so big, they're opening up for bands like Bring Me the Horizon now. Motionless in White is a band that's learned from their past and their mistakes to make better music, and I am so impressed by this first track on this album. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. Log in, crash out. As we thank you for your sacrifice. The source code is hidden on our headstone. Chris always has a song where he has a little bit of social commentary on an album, and I think this is equivalent to America back in the day right now, but it's kind of got some points where you're like, damn, I never thought about it like that. I have a literal certificate in social media development, so I know quite a bit about the algorithms. But when I heard that verse just now, it made me think about how AI has to be taught by people to get better, to get smarter, to get stronger. And we are literally teaching it how to evolve, and then AI is used to create the algorithms we use. So it's kind of like a weird reflection of manipulation because you taught it and now it's exploiting you because it knows the things you like, and it's going to show you things on your search results on your homepage to keep you on the internet longer because it knows you like that. And that is just creepy. And the fact that Chris has even noticed this and put it in a song, I think that's really cool.
Source code is hidden on our
love how they had that breakdown because they're literally showing how you log in and you crash out because they had little cheerleaders that sounded a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, electronic, almost like AI was talking to you. When I heard the first verse of the song, I mentioned it sounded like America, and America also has that like cheerleader vibe to it. So these songs have a lot of similarities in my eyes, not so much in topic, but they both are social commentary, and they're using the cheerleaders to highlight the message, how dystopian some of these topics really are.
I won't break, I won't bow to the goddamn enemy. Something to lead. I won't beg for the goddamn enemy. Source code is hidden on my headstone. The blindfold is written in the
Did they really make it so the voice changed into a literal electronic voice? So it's like we are losing our humanity and they represented it exactly in music? That was so cool. That was so fucking cool.
source code is hidden on my headstone. The blindfold is written in the macros. And I'll fight through the iron need to break down. The binary survival will override our downward spiral. I can crush you.
Holy hell, that song was so powerful because it has so much truth in it. I love in the breakdowns how you could just feel that frustration, and I never thought a blah could be so expressive and emotional, but in this song, I felt that to my core. Social media does have good things, and it does bring people together too, but there are a lot of bad things and downfalls in all of this technology, and the part where he talked about, us kind of like losing connections, that's a true thing. Like, there's actually studies showing that we are not as empathetic to one another the more screen time we get. And to me, it's also really interesting from Chris's and the band's perspective on how they feel about social media because they've had to adapt with it to become popular like the way they are now. Probably get to see all the people that are frustrated and just say mean things about their music, and they also get to see the positive people too. And our brains, when we hear something negative, it takes about 7 positive things to override that negative. So it's very easy to have frustration with the internet, but if you need it to be successful, you gotta learn to dance with the devil, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip the next track because it is R.I.P. We're gonna go ahead and get into the song after that, Fight Like Hell. Let's check it out, y'all.
This is my brutality. Do you want this? If it's do or die, when the bell rings, will you bark or bite? I will haunt you, even in the light. I'm your worst fear come to life. So if you want my cold heart, come and take what's left. You'll find out you can't kill what's already dead. I am the nightmare of your dreams, born a different breed. Drop the hammer to the bell, and I fight like hell.
I can't help but wonder if this song is kind of talking about the fight you have to go through in order to make it as an artist and not burn out. Because I feel like if you do go on social media and you see a bunch of hate about your music, that's gonna eat at your brain because everyone gets to see that, not just your eyes, literally everybody. And we know in real life, if someone were to say something disrespectful to you and yell it across the room, everyone's gonna be looking, and that's embarrassing. So deciding to push forward when you have so many people against you has to feel like mental warfare, and I also feel like it ties again into this album cover. He literally said he is dead inside, but ring that bell and I'm still gonna keep going. And that is another level of mental toughness because some people will break under that pressure.
I fight like hell. I'm a landmine, step into my spotlight, true like a punchline.
Oh hell no, I could be completely completely wrong at this, but this is what it felt like to me. How also on the album cover, they have like these scratch marks, right? The way that they had the guitar just now, how it had that sliding noise, it kind of sounded like something lashing out and actually hitting you for a second. So it kind of felt like they were showing the beat down in the instrumental just now, and that is insane.
I'm a landmark, step into my spotlight. Hit you like a punchline. I'm putting bodies in the seats like road full cab. Watch you getting bitch slapped, coming for the rematch. And I suffer for my own entertainment.
What was up with that? Chris just sounded like Limp Bizkit just now, and that was not on my 2026 bingo card. I'm not mad about it because it's Chris. I'm just personally not a huge fan of Limp Bizkit, but he made it actually sound pretty cool.
I'm coming for the rematch. And I suffer for my own entertainment. I love to feed your hatred, so tag it or tap out. If you want my cold heart, come and take what's left. You'll find out you can't kill what's already dead. I am the nightmare of your dreams. Born a different breed. Drop the hammer to the bell, and I'll fight like hell. As you fall face down, you got nothing to say. When you look up from the bottom, you will witness my brutality. Witness my brutality. I ain't got time to bleed, so call it 1, 2, 3. My cold heart's with me till the end. And when you take your last breath, I'll take my revenge. And you can try to pray for heaven's help, but once they drop a hammer to the bell, I fight like hell. Fight like hell. Yeah. Fight like hell. Fight like hell.
Honestly, I like how he had that mix of a little bit of rap, but then the chorus was so catchy, almost like a pop song, but then they still highlighted all the imagery with the instruments to show that they really are fighting. It just shows how Motionless in White over the decades has learned all these different techniques and a new way to layer them together to create songs that I don't think anyone has experienced before. I just really love their spin on all these different styles put together. But let's go ahead and get into the next track. I will be skipping Plain God, so let's go ahead and get into the next track, All That I've Ever Known.
Everything's broken. When the pain and the peace share a frequency just for a moment. In the pulse, in the rhyme, I'm the anthem to your storyline. I won't let you fade away. Symptoms incomplete. Mentor, medicate. Take every part of me. The anger and the energy. The anguish and the ecstasy. To feel like you're not alone. It's all I've ever known. It's all I've ever known. Beyond the pain, the quiet and the deafening. A symphony of your escape is all that I've ever known. It's all that I've ever known.
I have watched a lot of interviews about Chris, and I know his views on therapy changed not too long ago, and I feel like the song kind of highlights that because I feel like people sometimes will have this connotation about therapy that you're just going to be put on a medication. You're not actually going to learn how to solve your problems. And when that is such a common idea, it's hard not to fall into that trap yourself until you decide to go through that door. So I love how he is painting that struggle of choosing to medicate or mend yourself. But something in the beginning of this track felt off to me, if I'm being honest. It reminded me of Linkin Park, and the chorus also felt familiar to me, but I can't put my finger on what song it's reminding me of yet. And I'm very curious where Chris drew some of his inspiration from this album, and if he was listening to Linkin Park.
All that I've ever known, it's all that I've ever known. It's all that I've ever known. I'm here when you're lost it, I'm here when you need it. I'm under your skin, but it's that little secret. And now you got 5 cc's headed straight to your veins. And another stereo G flat line in the pain. I won't let you fade away.
I love that because he literally said, I'm gonna dose you up with some music and we're gonna get through this, because so many people, especially back in the day, I remember they used to say that bands saved them or your song saved me. So a lot of people use music to make things better in their life and to help them get through tough times. But I love how he said stereo OD flatlining the pain and to overdose on music so you forget what was hurting you. And that is so clever.
Fade away. Darkness dissipates. Look how much you create. Take every part of me, the anger and the energy, the anguish and the ecstasy, to feel like you're not alone. It's all I've ever known. It's all I've ever known. Beyond the pain, the quiet and the deafening, a symphony of your escape is all that I've ever known. It's all that I've ever known. Nowhere to run, now it's your time. Go. Nowhere to run, no place to hide. No fear in the dark, I'm a lifeline. End of your rope, now is your time. So take this piece.
There's that Linkin Park creeping in again, but I could be wrong, but that is the first time I think Motionless in White has had a breakdown that was so electronic, EDM, dubstep type vibe, but I love it because that is taking Dancing with Your Demons to a new level. You're going to a rave with those bad boys after that breakdown, and that was so unique. I've never thought I'd have a day where I'd see this in Motionless in White's music.
So take this piece of me to triumph over tragedy. I know that I will always be a hand when you're losing hope. It's all I've ever known, so just take it all away. In sickness and in remedy, a shimmer in the dark when you're afraid. It's all that I've ever known. It's all that I've ever known. That's all that I've ever known. That's all that I've ever known. It's all that I've ever known.
Alright, I have a theory, I could be completely wrong, but with that song, how it talks about music carrying you through all the hard times in your life, it kind of makes sense now why it feels like a mashup of so many things. We had dubstep, we had rap, we had the more singy chorus, we had, like I said, the Linkin Park feeling instrumentals in some spots. It is like he is showing you all the different genres that helped him get through the hard times, and he mashed them all together in a song. And towards the end, it really started to get me. It really started to pull on my heart, because I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about when music takes you through those tough times. And I think about all the different eras of music I have gone through. For a while, when I first started this channel, I was super into rap music, and that was pretty much the only thing I was listening to for a hot minute. I oddly enough had a Motionless in White song for every single time I warm up before I make a YouTube video, which is infamous, and that was like the only rock song I kept on my playlist. And this song reminds me how your taste in music walks alongside you as you age, and it changes, and there's going to be new things that carry you to that next chapter. And I just thought that was beautiful. I really did. I love that song, and it was so creative having so many genres bended together like that. But let's go ahead and get into the next track. Alright guys, the next song we are getting into is Blood Rave.
Blood rave. Escape, cause even in your mind you're never safe. There's something in your blood my eyes can taste. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, cause I could take your pain away. Fall into eternity. The heartbeat inside you. Do you feel alive when they kill the lights? Are you crawling in your skin? Do you fantasize of another life? Be careful what you wish for. Are you scared of the desire swimming through your...
This song does actually feel like you're at a party, but the lyrics at the same time are painting about how you're constantly worried about if you're doing the right thing. Is this exactly what you want? And I like the contrast between that, because the upbeatness is kind of like when you are just trying to get through life and have a positive attitude, but those thoughts are always lingering a little bit.
Set them free, I wouldn't make you sweat. There's a way you can stay here forever. Show your teeth, it's now or never. I can take your pain away to shape a new eternity. Do you feel alive when they kill the lights? Are you crawling in your skin? Do you fantasize of another life? Are you begging for it? If you want the bite without the blame, and if you want the sin without the shame, be careful what you wish for. Close your eyes, step away from the light. You know you won't forget your first kill. So let the blood spill.
Alrighty, I feel robbed. I feel very robbed at that moment, because we had this beautiful build-up, but then it got taken away so fast and went back into like the dubstep thing, and you could have a good drop with dubstep, so I don't know why we did that there. So far, out of all the songs I've heard on this album, this one is my least favorite. Even though it's fun and easy to listen to, I don't know, that bothers me. We had an opportunity for a good breakdown and we didn't take it.
Darkest your destiny. Do you feel alive?
end, we did get our breakdown moment. And I also like when he said, you have to dance in the dark. Just like, don't be afraid. Just embrace it, even if you have this uncertainty. So earlier in the song, I said it reminded me of enjoying what you have. I feel like it does tie into that at the very end. But let's go ahead and get into the next track, y'all. And the next song we have is Love at First Bite. Let's get into it. I love this. I love the organ. I love the goth energy. And I love how we are talking about vampires. But I do have one question because I know they have the one song, Werewolf, and he talks about that she is the siren to my lethal howl. So I can't help but wonder, is it two vampires in love or is it a vampire and a werewolf in love? And if that is the case, we are breaking the whole Twilight timeline with that whole series. But I like that idea, and I really love how he is painting what this woman looks like her veins being bright blue. She's got snow white fangs. You could imagine everything he is saying.
Love at first bite. Gorgeous with an ugly vice to sacrifice. She's got lashes like wings, but she never bats an eye. Vindictively addictive with an appetite. She only comes alive in the dead of the night. I wanna sink my teeth into her mystery divine. Are you terrified? I'm a sucker for a good time.
solo they had, it kind of reminds me of like in old movies where they show a couple dancing and the moon's in the background and it's all so romantic. I love that. And this song, I feel like it's kind of a little bit random on this album, but when I was watching another Chris interview, he said some of the songs are just meant to be fun, and that is the energy I'm getting for this. I love this song.
I'm a sucker for a good time. Reaction, can't fight the fatal attraction. And you're just my blood type, baby. Would you hate a monster like me? I'm a sucker for a good time. Reaction, can't fight the fatal attraction. And you're just my blood type, baby. There's no one to make me
If Motionless in White ever created a radio song, it would be this. I know they've had a few songs on the radio, but this one, undeniably catchy, easy to understand, but the way that he describes their relationship is so easy to visualize. I just feel like it's one of those songs that can be played on the radio a million times and people probably wouldn't get sick of it. My camera unfortunately died, and it happened right when I started count back from 0, so that's where I'm picking up at. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Alright, I don't know what it is, but this chorus also feels very familiar to me, and it reminds me of another artist, but I cannot put my finger on what exactly the song is. I love the first verse because it talks about how people don't want to accept the reality of certain parts of the world are coming to an end, whether we like it or not. One day this earth will no longer exist. So I love how they're set the tone with that ticking time bomb in the intro, then that first verse. They're kind of just punching you in the face with reality.
Something, then you'll fall for nothing. Destiny is on the line. So I've had enough. I'm not giving up. Die for both of us. I won't go down up in flames. Giving up. Fight for tomorrow today. For both of us. So count back from 0.
Alright, time out. I have to look up this song because it's driving me nuts what song this is reminding me of, so I have to look it up to see what it is. I figured it out. The song that it is reminding me of is New Divide by Linkin Park. I played the chorus for a moment and it lines up a little bit too well. I would show you guys in this video, but I don't want another copyright claim because I already know this video is going to have 1,000,002 flags because it's a whole album reaction, but look it up yourself and tell me if you hear the similarities.
I'll never fall, I'll never fade. Take back tomorrow before there's nothing left to save. With the spark we ignite, foreign God we rust. In the dark we unite like a shimmer in the shadows. Born of mortar and metal, we materialize. Only one can remain. Only one will rise. Drop it!
Alright, I'm either losing my noodle, or when he said drop it, nothing dropped. It just went straight into another beat. I almost feel rage baited a little bit. Why would you say drop it and not actually drop it? They pulled me back in when they had that ending because it started to get really heavy again, and I didn't feel like I was being fooled into another breakdown. They actually have one. And honestly, I know every song doesn't have to have a breakdown, but if you literally say drop it, I'm gonna expect some crazy breakdown. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, but that's just what I feel like you're implying. Let's go ahead and get into the next track on the album. The next song we're gonna check out is Blood Pact. I'll be honest, I had very mixed feelings about. I was taken off guard hearing Motionless in White sound like Suicide Boys and Corpse had a baby. But as it went on, I kind of tried to open my mind a little bit. I was like, okay, that's not terrible. It's just something different. And it's not something I would expect on a Motionless in White track. But I do believe the band has such a unique sound that they don't need all those extra little filters like that to really make an impact. That's just my own opinion, though.
Champagne, but there's no rest for the wicked till we piss on the graves. Fuck it up.
I never thought I'd hear Motionless in White saying they're gonna piss on someone's grave. I feel like that's more of a rap music lane, but I'm not mad at it because he got his point across very loudly, and I really like the second half of the song so far.
Fuck it up. Shut your fucking mouth, it's over now. Heavy was my heart until I ripped it out. Run up a body count, then take a bow. Don't turn it back, it's a motherfucking blood pact.
Man, there's a lot to take in with that song, and I will say that I disliked it because there was a lot of parts where I was like, okay, that's really cool. Motionless in White is really experimenting right now. But so far on the album, is it my favorite? No, I'll be honest, no. So let's go ahead and get into the next track. I am skipping Afraid of the Dark because I have already listened to it. I do not have a reaction for it though, but I was able to hear it at Rockville and I did hear it beforehand too. And that song, I love it. It is one of my top 10. I know it's going to be one of my top 10 most played songs in 2026. So I am skipping it for this album reaction. So we're going to go ahead and get into Sunglasses at Night. And I know this one is a cover, and I heard the original song a few months ago thanks to somebody over on Patreon. So I'm very curious on what this cover is going to sound like, and I have very high hopes.
Sunglasses at night so I can watch you weave and breathe your storylines. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can keep track of the visions in my eyes. Well, she's deceiving me, it cuts my security. She got control of me. I turn to her and say, don't twist the blade on the guy in shades. Oh no, don't masquerade with a guy in shades. Oh no, I can't believe it, 'cause you got it made with the guy in shades. Oh no, I wear my sunglasses at night.
I love the instrumental in this song because the way that the beat goes back and forth, it feels like a ping pong going through your headphones. And the way that Chris is singing this song right now, I can see the original clear as day. But I feel like Chris is actually enjoying himself when he sings this. And it's just nice to see Chris Motionless let loose a little bit and enjoy singing. Because I feel like the band, every time they make music, they try to think of every little detail. But for me, this cover just feels like them having fun.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can forget my name while you collect your claim. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can see the light that's right before my eyes. Oh, she's deceiving me, cuts my security.
imagine Chris singing this song in the booth because I feel a lot of confidence and almost a little bit of swagger or strut with the song. And I don't know if that's just the beat or the way that Chris presented it, but he did a phenomenal job. The band as a whole truly did a phenomenal job. But I am super curious on these final two songs. We have one actual song left and a bonus track. So let's go ahead and get into the next one, Hollywood.
It's always on the weekend, like neon in the night. When Hollywood is bleeding, it never seems to die. You fuck like Tarantino, ultra violence in your eyes. Sometimes the ones you trust most are the ones twisting the knife. So we keep running and we're running till our hearts explode. We're living like we're dying, but we're still alone. So love me like I'm already your enemy. And just when you think you're at the top of the chain, someone comes around and puts you back in your place. The hunter and hunted are one and the same. 'Cause everybody's somebody's prey. Everybody's somebody's prey.
I don't know why. I feel like I have heard the song before. I don't know if it's inspired by another one. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. It just feels familiar to me. But I do like how it starts off talking about how Hollywood is bleeding. No matter what you do, though, it somehow always stays alive. And in Hollywood, everyone sees each other as dollar signs. So they're all prey to one another because they're just wondering how they can use them to their benefit.
Everybody's somebody's prey. I want it like a sex scene. Just read between the sheets. You move me like I'm
be honest, that one didn't wow me either, but it is very catchy, and it's a song that I feel like I'll listen to again simply because it was so catchy, and I feel like it's one, once you hear it a few times, you'll be able to sing along too. And I know some of these other songs on the second half of the album to me feel kind of random. And I notice a lot of the songs on the second half of the album all have one thing in common. They involve blood one way or another, and that does tie back into this album cover. But let's go ahead and get into the final and bonus track. I think it's a remix of the song earlier on the album, Fight Like Hell, so let's go ahead and see what's in store for us.
This is my brutality. Do you want this? If it's do or die when the bell rings, will you bark or bite? I will haunt you, even in the lies. I'm your worst fear come to life. So if you want my cold heart, come and take what's left. You'll find out you can't kill what's already dead. I am the nightmare of your dreams, born a different breed. Drop the hammer to the bell, and I fight like hell.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad they're doing this little remix of the song, even though so far it is literally identical to the same one that was earlier in the album. But I think on the entire album, this one might be my favorite.
And I fight like hell. I'm a landmine, step into my spotlight, hit you like a punchline. I'm putting bodies in the seats like room full, can't watch you getting bitch slapped, calling for the rematch. And I suffer for my own entertainment. I love to feed your hatred, so tag it or tap out. If you want my cold heart, come and take what's left. You'll find out you can't.
Honestly, at this point, I don't understand why the band just didn't ask Fred Durst to be a feature, because if you're going to use someone else to play that role when you're clearly going for his style, he should have. I feel like Fred Durst would have collaborated. I mean, he has collaborated with so many other artists recently. I mean, like MGK and Fred Durst was the last two I thought I'd see together.
Come and take what's left. You'll find out you can't kill what's already dead. I am the nightmare of your dreams, born a different breed. Drop the hammer to the bell, and I fight like hell. As you fall face down, you got nothing to say. When you look up from the bottom, you will witness my brutality. Witness my brutality. I ain't got time to bleed, so call it 1, 2, 3. My cold heart's with me till the end. And when you take your last breath, I'll take my revenge. And you could try to pray for heaven's help, but once they drop the hammer to the bell, I fight like hell. Fight like hell. Yeah. Fight like hell. Fight like hell.
Honestly, I'm glad they put that as the very ending of the album because it reminds you what they had to do to remain intact all these decades. They had to literally fight like hell to make it here. And this album, the cover, it does show the scars. And I feel like this album as a whole talks about how you have to get through those things. And if you don't, you're not going to make it. If you don't learn to dance with your demons, they're going to drown you. And Motionless and White, they're not drowning anytime soon. And I kind of understand, because I read a few Reddit threads about this before I decided wanted to check it out myself, and a lot of people were frustrated with all the different synthesizers in this album. But I feel like a lot of things were put together intentionally to tell the story of all the decades. And I'm very curious. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with Chris Motionless about this album, because there are many moments in it where I feel like the band is trying to tell a story with the instrumentals too. And I'm just curious if the band actually uses the technique of word painting in their music, because it feels like they do all the time, especially in the song Fight Like Hell. I feel like in this album, they use every skill they have gained over all this time and stack them on top of each other in a way that actually works. But in my personal opinion, I really believe this album is special, and I feel like it has a lot of hidden gems on it. I didn't love the second half, but I could see why they made those songs, because it's not always about what the fans want. Sometimes artists, especially if they've been doing it a long time, they have fought long and hard, and they deserve to enjoy their music career too. This album kind of reminds me of Metallica's Load album. A lot of people hated it because they said it didn't feel like Metallica. Motionless in White did a lot of different techniques, so some people would be like, it doesn't sound like the typical Motionless in White. But if you listen closely, they are telling a story with those new techniques, and it does feed into the whole decades narrative, because like I said earlier, you're picking things up along the way. And I feel like with time, people will look back on this album and be like, damn, I was really missing out. That was a good album. Because when I had so many people tell me that everyone hated Load by Metallica, and I listened to it myself because I just finished it, I was really confused on why so many people thought that, because in my opinion, it was just Metallica picking up all their skills, putting them together, and having fun on an album, and that is exactly how I feel about Motionless in White. If I had to say one track was the best track, I would have to say Afraid of the Dark. And if you aren't listening closely, I feel like you will also miss the point that Chris explored a lot of things throughout this entire time that they've been a band, and this album touches on them here and there. You just gotta be listening closely. And I feel like for my first time listening to this all the way through, there's gonna be many more nights where I sit down and check it out, because this is the type of album that not only does it have meaning, but it does sound really good and is replayable. So if I had to give this album a rating from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a solid 8, 8.5. I personally would love to sit down and have a conversation with the band, or even Chris Motionless, about this album, because there's so many moments that I have questions about, and I'm curious how it ties into the band, because there's so many songs on this album that feel like radio songs to me, that I feel like it's also a way to gain new fans, and it just has that balance where diehard fans are going to love it, and new fans I think will too. So guys, let me know down in the comments, what do you think is the best era of Motionless in White? Let me know down below, and in the meantime, if you enjoyed this full album reaction, check out the songs I skipped. They should be popping up any moment. Thank you again for watching, y'all, and have a great day, guys.